That's going to be interesting to see how MkxL plays out against Wrestler Jax. And Armor beating Armor, Kano taking the advantage over Jax. Now Kano, besides this scary up-close game, he does have a substantially underrated giveaway. And there's that parry right there. Look at that chunk of damage. And then the free EX Kano ball there. That's a free check every time he feels like spending the bar. That is safe on block. And just this absolute lockdown performance by MkxL.
Very good start, and Druzad looking a little lost to the commando pressure and is unable to find his way in off the daggers, which do hit very high. Disrupt jumps so many times. You guys get so triggered. I tell you, I get triggered all the time trying to jump those and being late by a single second and getting clipped. And MkxL, ooh, that command grab opening him up, and this damage adds up so fast, 16% at a time, if these ticks work out.
And it's all these little bits of damage that are doing it. The 16s, the 19s, just already just melting Zod's life. And
no confirm into the overhead dash punch, the middleless launcher. He had it sitting right there for him, and the parry from MkxL gets him back into the corner. 17%, so much damage.
MkxL has no reason to go after him, but he's going to do it anyway. Back one into the EX Kano ball. A quick match number one for MkxL.
Kept it safe, I mean, just in case.
That's tough. That's a tough situation if you're Zod, man, because he's trying to do the only thing that Jax can really do, and that's abuse you up close. But that parry is just instilling so much fear that MkxL doesn't even have to use the parry anymore. The threat of it is now going to be embedded in a Druzad's mind. And that's going to be a problem.
And all that's going to do is open up, it's going to open up MkxL more opportunities to apply pressure if he is respecting it, and it's as simple as that. And might not go for as many staggers. It's going to shut down a lot.
And he's thinking about it right now. He's thinking, do I really want to deal with that pressure again? And he's deciding on it. Maybe he just needs a game to get used to it. I mean, Commando is a very obscure variation. Like we said, same thing as Butcher. If you don't see it enough, it's going to take time to adjust if you can adjust on the fly. And he's Druzad's feeling a little bit more confident. We'll have to see how this pans out.
Round 1, fight.
So game number 2 tries to get 4-3, but it immediately gets stuffed by Kano's back one.
That was,
and Kano is in there already.
That was Druzad definitely reading a down 4 from Kano, as that thing will low crush every low poke in the game, it seems, from Jax. But great stuff from MkxL to just check with that back one.
And that's just the neutral jump punch, even working in MkxL's favor. Flip mode is not going to want to do it anymore. Druzad is completely. It's almost like MkxL is just in Zod's head right now, because everything that Zod is trying to do has been countered. And another grab, the little bits of damage, and a beautiful hit confirmed. Look at all the damage! 34% off of an anti-air. And a beautiful neutral jump punch to follow up. Zod immediately off of his meter. And just has not been able to do anything this set so far.
Complete lockdown and control from MkxL right now. Just dominating all facets of the game. Getting him to the corner, mixing him up. Quick stagger, 16-17% at a time. If he gets the clean open up, we saw 30s. Knew that Zod was going to try to take a risk out of the corner. NJP read it. And I loved when that little situation where he just walked backwards and forced a risk there from Druzad, ran up, and MkxL reacting to it accordingly. Very good stuff.
He needs to consider making a switch, because Jax has just not been working. He's taking a look at Cassie, like you were saying before. So you're not going to get blown up. So you were right to an extent. You were right, which is one of the things I rarely get to say. So congratulations. But he's also going with Hollywood. I'm expecting a keep away game here. With the instant air gunshots, hopefully he has those on point, because MkxL up close is an absolute monster right now. I mean, what else? Besides Cassie Cage, she has a decent up-close game. She's more of that footsie range. She's very good at keeping the distance right at sweep range. Up close, she's gonna have to take a risk or two to get her game started.
Yeah.
Getting a couple gunshots, and there's those instant air gunshots we were talking about. That's the mid-range that Drew Zod wants to be at right now.
Yeah, that back one range is where Cassie wants to be pretty much the entire match, and he's got the instant air guns to check those daggers, and already looking much better for Drew Zod, and 2 for 2 on EX Nut Punch to start us off, and is much safer than Jax when committing to mix.
Drew Zod has the life lead, but we've seen people lose their life quicker. Dude, Nut Punch, no follow-up again. And here we go. He's gonna meet. Doesn't meter burn it. I'm very surprised he doesn't meter burn it. Commando Kano can meter burn it on hit confirm to get some ridiculous damage. Maybe just not reacting to it in time. Drew Zod walking away with that round. Already looking like a night and day difference.
Oh, and reading the command grab, reading any kind of meter or button is Drew Zod, and got MKXl up all 3 of his bars early in round number 2. Taking a huge risk though, unnecessary it seemed from Drew Zod trying to glow kick his way in. And that may be a thorn in his side, is taking that risk when it did not seem necessary at the time.
And the spacing on MKXl with that back one was gorgeous to be able to see something like that. The spacing just immediately keeping that range right out of Zod's normals and punishing is not an easy thing to do, especially as Cassie with her back one.
Wake up, raw flip kick, but doesn't get the full conversion, doesn't guarantee the mix. And full screen where MKXl wants him right now.
Drew Zod trying to keep some sort of pressure going, but MKXl, that train is just, it's setting off, and you see all this pressure baiting out the EX Nut Punch again. And this should end up doing it if he's going to spend the bar. No, going to keep it simple. Still 37%. But Zod, one last wish.
And the wake-up command grab's going to do it. MKXl is going to take the set 3-0.